Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to a very cool box opening we're doing. So this video, and we'll get into details of this, but it is brought to you by Happy Little Hug Factory. They supplied us with this box, and we'll be doing a giveaway of the entire box. So stay tuned to the end of the video to find out all the specific details on that. But we'll be giving everything in the box away, unless there's a really cool foil I like. I'll maybe keep that. But
wow.
Yeah, so we're basically gonna do a box opening of this, give our overall thoughts on Vingolf, what we thought of the cards, different things like that, just briefly. And yeah, so huge thanks to Happy Little Hug Factory. If you guys don't win the box in the giveaway, be sure to go to their website. They're gonna have these Vingolf boxes for $90 a box. So if you've paid attention to the online market, these go for quite a bit on eBay and stuff like that if you look at the different listings and everything. So
in English.
In English, yes. So $90, as far as I can tell, is the cheapest price I've seen for a Vingolf 3 box that is sealed. So really exciting stuff about that. So we'll go ahead and just jump right into it.
Yeah. So this box came out during Lapis Cluster.
So it's not legal in New Frontiers if you guys are new to Force of Will. It's legal in every other format though.
And packaged on the side, this box set contains 235 cards in total, 100 different kinds of cards. So it's going to have 5 rulers and 2 of every card included except for the basic stones, which I believe was 6 or 8 basic stones, if I remember right.
Yeah, so this was one of my favorite sets of anything that Force of Will has done in general. For everything from the packaging.
Magnetic lid.
Which I still use this for storage. Once you take everything out, it has, we won't show you because we want to keep this nice and fresh for whoever gets it, but there's a cardboard insert that goes in the middle. They can have 2 rows of cards perfectly stored, which is really awesome.
Now it's going to come with this little bonus packet that says here, and it's going to be 10 cards that are going to be hollow.
Random, so they're not guaranteed. Yep. Like it is, like say if you got a starter deck of Lost Tomes, you have guaranteed foils. These are completely random, which makes whatever foils you grab, depending on the card, could be very valuable. And
it's obviously based on the cards within this set. And I believe you get 1 stone in each one, so you kind of got to see which stone you end up getting. Now this is going to be great in my opinion for anybody who's starting the game. Maybe you just want to get some casual play in. Again, this is not a legal set, but a lot of these are just like complete decks that you can kind of just start playing with already. If not, you can kind of assemble the decks from amongst what's in here.
And they also, the decks, you'll notice on some of them, do have tokens, which are still applicable to some things being used today. So it's just, maybe not stat-wise, but it's just good to have nice, cool-looking tokens.
They're kind of neatly bundled for the most part.
Oh, and the stones. The monocolor, obviously regular stones, are legal and are very sought after because they have some of the coolest art out of any stones any set has done.
So each of the stones has a character on it, kind of from Force of Will's history. So this stone right here has Alice on it. Art by Wednesday, which Wednesday usually does the artwork for him.
And he failed to go over the rabbit tokens.
Well, you're the token guy. I'm just going over stones right now.
This has elf tokens, which are very applicable in other formats.
The best stone, Dark Alice.
Uh-huh. Do I have any tokens now?
No. Who's this? Zero?
Zero, that's pretty cool.
And then the last one's kind of just an average one that they decided to pick.
This is the best one
it's a throwaway one. It's Sylvia.
Look at that. It's gorgeous. And then dragon tokens.
And all the tokens are double-sided, which kind of have just tokens that have always been in Force of Will.
And it makes it less confusing for when you're playing and keeping all your cards separate.
Yeah. All the rulers kind of have a little theme going among them. They're all dragons that kind of play in some way when stones interplay, correct? That's how that works?
Yeah, they're all use the ability known as Resonance, and this was a theme for like one day in Force of Will, where stone entered and it triggers that Resonance ability. The green dragon ruler saw actually a decent amount of play competitively, as well as the light dragon for like 1 or 2 tournaments. The other one's not so much. Although they're all pretty interesting in their own rights, especially for casual play and stuff like that.
In alternative formats, I'd also say that the Green Dragon sees play as well, like in epic stories and things like that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of staple cards that came out of this that were staples in New Frontiers and continue to be staples in Water and stuff like that. I don't know how much is being used, but there's cool things like the Water Wizard. They come out with wizards for all the colors outside of green that produce a color to play Chance, which was cool for a short amount of time.
Which the wizards were some like kind of callback to Valhalla, which is what this was really supposed to be. It's kind of like a ruler all-star, so it's reaching through all the history of Force of Will.
Yeah, it's sort of like a celebration of everything in Force of Will, which is great. And it also came out with these special magic stones, which had a lot of interesting names from the community. And I really liked these. I used them in all my decks, and for some reason they didn't catch on till like a year later.
Yeah, it took a while, and I remember not being a huge fan just because of having to keep track of counters on the cards themselves.
Yeah, that was annoying, but
yeah.
It gave you at the time with dual stones, special magic dual stones, or the ruler specific ones, and then these guys made it so like you could make a deck that every single stone was guaranteed to produce the 2 colors that you're playing and different things like that. It also came with reprints of very popular cards like Charlotte's Water Transformation Magic, Charm of the Princess. Oh yeah,
Cinders.
Cinders.
This wasn't a popular one, but Certo. Demon Flame was pretty good.
I don't know if this was the first set that did it or a continuation of it, but as you guys can see, all the cards in here, regardless of foil or not, are full art. Was this the first set Force of Will did that in?
Like a side...
where like just all the cards are full art instead of the previous Vingolfs where they were only...
Yeah, I believe so, because the star decks for this cluster... were regular.
Right, that's true. So this was where they started that trend, where they continued in things like Lost Tomes and then the newer star decks. So really smart idea on their part for that, and I love it, especially for people that like to bling out their decks and different things like that.
Do you want to go over more of these, or kind of show the box off? The box is pretty great because it has... I'll look some more stuff in there.
So you got your 2 playmats, which is great, so you can get started playing with 2 people new to the game. They're just paper playmats, but they got the outlines of where all your stuff goes, as well as your turn sequence and how to do that. So there's those 2.
A basic rules guide, again, 2 people. Well. A more in-depth rules guide. Still not the CR, you would want to look up the CR. I won't open and perforate this, but it has dotted lines along it. And what you're supposed to do is kind of like fold it on those lines and put it into place, and it creates a center divider. So you can pretty much store a bunch of cards inside of here, but we'll leave that intact. So
yeah, and I use that to store most of my cards. Usually I've got a little bit more cards, so I had to move it out, but yeah. I'll move them back in for specific cards to store. If they had continued in Vingolfs, it would have been cool to collect a whole bunch of these and use the different Vingolfs to store different clusters or sets and stuff like that.
Yeah, I use mine at home for like when I disassemble decks and I want to put them away right away, like in their appropriate spots. Just throw them into this box when I'm ready to sort cards later. Just do that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the basis of it. Like I said, a lot of playable cards, especially if you're trying to build some older decks. You could, of course, buy singles online, but there's just certain things like I miss, like Triton. That was a big card in the Turbo Feed scene.
Well, and buying singles online is very expensive for this as well, for certain cards.
The Water Wizard was pretty popular in Time Spinning Witch.
I played that in my Soul deck, and so I was very happy that it saw play. I pulled a couple foils of it as well.
Bear Magic was pretty big during Lapis Cluster. A lot of people were playing that at the time. Frigg was pretty big, either paired with Green Dragon or at the time Prisha.
Or inside of the Spinning Mist deck. Yeah.
Heavenly Gust. This little red was pretty amazing. She played well with Greenstones because she was buffing herself as it went along.
Oh yeah.
The other cool part was they ended up making her a promo for a GP prize in the following season. Oberon is really good. Prisha's Call to Action. I think the green one is just overall like rapid growth here.
A lot of good stuff in green.
Yeah. This was one of the favorited additions, Windscreen Refuge. One of the only ways to get around Black Moonbeam from the previous cluster.
Yeah.
A lot of great cards in here, I would say.
Yeah, I like I said, this is probably one of my favorite sets, just of anything that Force of Will has done.
It was also the peak of Vingolf, because I think when they had, Grim was good, and they had reprints, but again, people were kind of distraught about it because of the reprints of Dual Stones, and they lost their value. Vingolf 2, complete trash. although they've claimed themselves, it was more meant for new players. I agree that all the Vingolfs are kind of meant that way, but for competitive standpoint, nobody really needed it. And then this one redeemed itself again.
Well, this is perfect. This is perfect for new players coming in who just want to grab some decks and go that aren't a high power level based on their own. But it's also got useful cards. It's useful collector-wise as far as like the art, all of it being full arts. Like you just want to get it, even if it turned out to be a crap set, you would get it for the art and stuff like that. And also the decent reprints of cards, and especially full art versions of different cards that may not have existed in full art before, especially if they're printed in Curse of the Frozen Casket, etc. So a lot of cool stuff like that, and it's just a really good idea, and was sold out within like a week of it releasing, essentially.
Yeah, I remember the story was you went to your locals here nearby to pick up a box, and they had how many when you called them?
I was picking up 3 boxes or 4 boxes. I forget.
3.
I was buying it for multiple people. Yeah. And when I called in, they had started with like 12 boxes or something like that. And when I called, they were down to like 5, and so I bought out 4 of those, and so they had like 1 left.
I think you did 3 because you told Michael.
Oh yeah,
Michael went the next day, and they're gone.
Yeah. I got that's right. I got 3.
2 for you, 1 for Melissa.
Yeah, and they had a couple more in stock, like 5 more, and then when Michael went the next day, he bought the last one out, if I remember right, because they were completely sold out of the other 4. So it went out fast, and it was rightfully so.
Our LGS that we were visiting at the time didn't even get any. Our other LGS, she only got like 1 box worth, which I don't know how many came in the case.
So we'll go ahead and open the foils here and see what this included. So this was the exciting part, because you're guaranteed everything that we already saw in all those decks. So you're like, you know what you're getting. And so this is sort of the, hey, bonus foils. That could be super cool and valuable. None of the foils will be any of the reprints. It's all the original cards from this set, or stones.
I don't know if the black one. Yeah, the black one had Abdul, which was really good for stopping inner abilities. Was it Baleful Avatar?
Oh,
was popular in Fox.
Abdul was a big one.
I think that was really about it. So I'm just pointing out some things that were pretty awesome. Shade. Dark Alice.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
So, foils, we got the World Tree Guardian, which was an okay card. It's not a terrible card to have a foil of. Oh, nice. Baleful Avatar foil. That's actually pretty decent. Pandora, that saw a little bit of play for a day or 2. Oh, Gil Lapis, that's a cool foil. I actually really like this card a lot. When he comes in, basically everything dies.
Not just that, but like I think Gil's the favorite of a lot of people, just lore-wise.
Yeah. Got Prisha, Wild Child. I don't remember, was this one good?
No, I don't think it saw too much play at all.
I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, we got Valentina. That's a fan favorite, even if the card's not great. Just this card as a collectible foil. Oh, that's nice. Foil Sylvia. Luckily, I already have 3 of these. I just need a 4th one, but, it's fine. You guys can have it. It's fine. Knight, whatever. Not a great card. Oh, ooh. Nice. A foil Special Magic Stone. That's a money guy.
Yeah, that's not guaranteed. That's a pretty good one.
All right, and then the full art Water Magic Stone.
Foil.
That's pretty.
You call them full art.
Yeah, it's instinct, man. That's not a bad set of foils. They will set those right there. Yeah, and we'll put some cushion in here.
Yeah, we'll just put this here for now.
So, like I said, we're going to be giving this whole thing away. So, if you want to join into this giveaway, there will be a link in the description below. So just fill out as many things as you can in that contest, and it'll vary for things. If I forget how it sets up, so you'll know when you click on it. There'll be various things like subscribe or watch the video, follow us on Facebook or Twitter. It'll be different options that'll each get you an entry in there, and then we will roll for that. How long do you think? 1 week or 2 weeks?
We'll give it 1 week.
1 week.
I think disclaimer is on this is it's a larger box. It's gonna be U.S. only.
Yes, this will be domestic U.S. only because just super expensive. I'll announce the winner on the Force of Will News in a week. So depending on when this releases, if it'll be the later Force of Will News, not the sooner one. And if you got, like I said, if you guys just want to straight up buy one, if you don't win the contest, be sure to click the link in the description below to go to Happy Little Hug Factory, because if you click that link, they know we sent you over. It helps them and it helps us. And be sure to look at these boxes, 90 bucks. You definitely get your money's worth if you looked at singles on TCG Player. So, yeah. Any other thoughts, Oscar?
No. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck.
Thanks, Happy Little Hug Factory.